What can you do when no Swiss Army knife is quite right? Now, as you can see here, these are all of my Swiss Army knives, including a couple of Wengers. Some of them are discontinued, some of them are new models, and one is a custom. I spent a lot of time and a fair bit of money looking for the right tool set, and I never seem to quite get exactly what I think I need. So here I'm going to go through 3 options of what to do if none of the current Swiss Army knives are quite what you want. Because what I end up doing, I end up carrying the Swiss Army knife that I think will be best for my day. So for example, if I'm going to be working in the office, then I'd probably take this, which is my Pioneer X, and I've got a video on this, so check out my playlist for Victorinox. The nice thing about this is it has scissors, and I just, as you may notice, I do have a bit of a liking for A-locks. If maybe I've got a more outdoorsy day, then I'd probably go for the Farmer X. And this is quite good as a crossover one because this has a saw as well as the scissors and other stuff. Or I could go for the Huntsman, and the Huntsman is a fantastic all-round Swiss Army knife. It's really good value. Check it out on Amazon, and I'll try and put a link to this in the description. You can often find this on sale and really good value for the tools that it has. And just like the Farmer X, this has a saw and scissors as well. So great value that. But you may want something different. So for example, there's the Explorer, which has the magnifying glass and the inline Phillips, which is a great tool. Or you could go for this, which is the Ranger. So it has a great tool set. I've done videos on this, so I'm not going to go through it all. There is the Swiss Champ, otherwise known as the Swiss Champ. But the trouble is, I mean, this has a fantastic tool set, but it's a real big chunky boy. So do I want to carry this all the time? Not really. Plus, to get to the tools, because there are so many, it takes me ages to get to the one I want, and I don't really want that. So I'm going to go through some options of what to do if you can't find the right one. Oh, the other thing is to do pairing. So what you could do is to carry one of my favorites, the Midnight Manager, and then maybe a really slim one like the Bantam. So you get a great tool set between the two of those. A nice big main blade and a combo blade. And then on here, you've got the scissors, which they may be small, but they work well. And you've got the small Phillips as well as a small flathead and a file and a pen and a torch. So pairing is one of the ways to manage if you can't find exactly the right one. Hang around and I'll go through another 3 options for you. So the first option is to look out for some of the discontinued models. Now, one of the things that really annoys me about Victorinox is that they have discontinued so many great knives and they don't bring out many new ones. I find that really frustrating. But what it does mean is if you look on the secondary market, and you can find them on all sorts of places, in the US you can find it on eBay, in the UK, Etsy or Facebook, or you can go to antiques fairs. It's a little bit of a lucky dip there though, but it's worth looking. And there you might be able to find the one that has the right tool set for you. So an example of some here. So this is the Hercules, the big chunky boy. It's a great outdoorsy sort of knife. It has a main blade that locks. It has these pliers. It has 2 inline Phillips screwdrivers as well as scissors. So it's got a great tool set. Now, this isn't available in the UK, and it's not strictly UK legal carry because it's got a locking blade. This is the old style lock as well, which I really like actually. And so to unlock it, you just pull this down. So Now, I got this from Blade Bridge Customs, and I'll mention them a bit later on, and I'll put a link in the description as well. So that's one. This one I got just before it was discontinued. This is the Walker, which is really like a Bantam, but with one extra layer, which has a saw. So it makes a great little outdoors knife that you can have in your pocket. And unfortunately, they don't carry this model anymore. You can get the My First Victorinox, which is a fair bit more expensive, and it has the rounded blade, which makes it a bit safer for kids. So that's one option. Then there's the Executive, which has also been discontinued. So in fact, I think all of this size have been. And the Executive is nice because it's like a classic SD. Let me just find one. Yeah. So it's like a big version of the classic SD with a few extra things as well. So it has a really nice size main blade, great as a fruit knife, very, very slim. It also has a secondary blade, and it has the famous orange peeler and flathead screwdriver, but you can use this as a package opener as well. Then on the other side, you have the nail cleaner with nail file and a fantastic pair of scissors. So a nice size, sort of intermediate size scissors. And as you know, Victorinox scissors are fantastic. Plus you've got the tweezers and the toothpick. Then there's the Excelsior, which is a nice simple penknife. And for a lot of people, this is all that you need. So two great pen blades. Well, one pen blade and one spear point. This is one I got in the secondary market. You can see it's been well used. It's been well sharpened, but it's still got a decent blade shape. See if we can get a nice shot of the tang stamp there. Can you see that? So looking on the secondary market, you can get some great knives. And then the last one is the one that means the most to me. This was a gift from my friend Randy, who's not with us anymore. Randy's WSG. And this is the money clip. And it's fantastic because it's a classic SD, really, with all of the fantastic tools from the classic SD. That fantastic slim knife blade there. It has the scissors as well. And then it has this money clip, so you can use that to clip into your pocket, or if you want to put some cash there as well. So that's one option, is to look on the secondary market and look in antique stores and find one of the discontinued models. Now, look through SAK Wiki, and I'll put a link to in the description for that. SAK Wiki is the best place to look to find out more about knives. The great thing about that is it lists all of the knives by size and then by the number of layers, or even you can search on tools, I think. So you can look for the one you want and then maybe try and find it on the secondary market. So discontinued models could be the way to go if the current models don't give you what you want. Option 2 is to go down the custom route and to look for custom knives that are already out there. And this is the Victorinox Yeoman, and it was customized by Slip Joint Sawyer, and I bought it through the Discord group, so the Slip Joint Sanitarium, and a great place to go if you like pocket knives. And there's a sales section there where some great knives come up. So this is really the Victorinox Compact with an extra layer. Plus the added benefit, it's got the Silvertech scales, and it's got a really nice black toothpick and black tweezers. Then if I just look at the back tools on this, it has the parcel hook with the nail file down the back. And so this has the corkscrew, and with it came the small eyeglass screwdriver as well. It also has the pin inside. And then looking at the main tools, so let's start from the front. So in front, it's got the scissors. And one of the things about this being a custom, it's got stone washed blades for all of them. So it's got the scissors. Next, it has the magnifying glass, which is great for looking at tang stamps on knives. It has the inline Phillips, which is fantastic. Then it has the main blade, and you can see this has been stone washed as well. Maybe you can still see the tang stamp, which says Officer Swiss. And then it has the combi blade. It's very similar to a compact. The only thing missing is the pen. And I'm not really a big fan of the compact pen. Let me just grab my other compact. So, yeah, so this has a pen, but I find with the pen, it's like writing with a refill. It's not great. I'd rather use the pen on my Midnight Manager, which is actually much easier to write with. So, and I always have the Midnight Manager with me. It's one of my everyday pocket carries. So, yeah, this is the Silvertech Yeoman and from Slipjoint Sawyer. So one option is to buy customs again from the market, so you can have a look and you might find one that you want. I've seen a few other sites. There's a couple in the UK. So look for a custom that maybe better suits you. And then the third option is to order a custom. Now, I haven't tried this yet. What I would like would be an A-LOX with some pliers in as well. Let me just find the pliers that I'd like. So I'd love an A-LOX with pliers and maybe the saw as well, and scissors as well. So it would get a little bit bulky. The problem with some of the Swiss Army customs is that you can't always get the right things to match. So you need to get it by sort of pairing up for each layer. But that's something that I'm going to check out. Now, let me know in the comments if you think I should do this, and then I'll have a go. Let me know in the comments as well, what would you want if you could design a custom Swiss Army knife and you could have any tools you want? What would you pick? I'd be really interested to know. I think this is where Victorinox are missing out. I think they should have a custom shop where you can put together the knife that you want. And in some ways, the only thing with custom SAKs are they tend to be more expensive. I was lucky the one I got on Discord was at a great price. If you get one made, it's going to be more expensive, but you could save money in the end, or you could sell off some of the other ones to pay for it, or donate some of the tools to go into it. That's one of the ways to make it cheaper. Let me know what you think in the comments if you found this interesting. Let me know if you think I should get a custom knife, and if you were to get one, what would you have in it? Thanks for watching. Why not check out this video or this playlist on Victorinox? I've got a load of other videos on Victorinox. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.